Well, just Texas A&M's got a good team. We knew that coming in. I thought our guys played extremely hard in the game and did some things that we felt like we needed to. We slowed their run game a good bit defensively. We had some shots in the running game early on offense, and we just too many self-inflicted issues. We just finishing plays down the field. Had opportunities, and we got to finish. 2 turnovers killed us, a huge punt return. And you have great field position and momentum, and we squander that opportunity, squander a red zone score there, whether it was a field goal or a touchdown. And we just, those are the frustrating things to overcome for us right now. And our guys continue to battle and put ourselves in a position at the end to have an opportunity and didn't get it done. That's the bottom line. So I'll open up for any questions.
Raise your hand and give a microphone to you, David, the first one.
Well, you mentioned the self-inflicted wounds, and I know that you can probably do something about penalties, but drop passes and things like that, just how can you correct that?
Just keep getting on the jugs machine and keep repping and keep going. And we had some wonderful opportunities out there we didn't take advantage of. So it's frustrating. We knew that going in. The way they play, they're going to be in one-on-ones outside, and we felt like we could win outside, and we did. We've got to finish some plays.
Health-wise, how do you come out of this specifically what happened with Steven and Jam kind of late in the game?
Jam just got a bruised shoulder. He's fine, and Steven's got a groin. He's fine.
Will, like you said, your run D really played well for most of the day, but you weren't able to take advantage of that on offense with your running offense. What's been the key to the poor play of your run game today and the whole season?
Well, I don't think we ran the ball very well against Georgia, and I don't think we ran against A&M. I wouldn't say for the whole season. We've been well over 100 yards against Kentucky, well over 100 yards against Vanderbilt, Missouri. Today, they're going to load the box, and they're very difficult to block up front today. So let's just talk about today. And we knew going in the game we were going to need to take some shots down the field, and we felt like we could win in covers down the field, which we did, and we didn't take advantage of the opportunities. So,
Josh.
How much of those things are contagious, especially when it's your frontline guys like Debo and Brian? Is that a factor?
I can't comment on that. I don't know.
Saw Dylan Wanham on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Was that just rotation-wise, or was that something with Blake being injured?
He's been improving and getting better and deserves the opportunity to play. He's earned the right.
Coach, you guys stacked the box and stopped A&M's run offense pretty well. Was it your plan to try and make the Aggies beat you through the air with Kellen Mond?
Well, I just got a lot of respect for Williams. He's a really good running back. He's a really good player. And we felt like obviously the way we've defended the run this year that would be a point that they would like to take advantage of, so we needed to do some things to take away from that. Created some one-on-ones outside, and they made some plays outside. Sternberger was, hurt us in the middle a little bit. He had a double move on us that that hurt us down the middle there. He threw some nice balls.
Yeah, Coach, after some boos were out kind of on Jake in the first half and some drop balls that weren't his fault, just your thoughts on kind of the mental toughness and leadership he showed to come back and play the way he did in the second half.
He's a battler. He's a competitor, and he competes in front of 80,000 people. And that position is going to get criticized just like my position. That's part of it, and he understands it as much as anyone in the room, and so do I. So that's part of it, and he battled his ass off and put us in the situation to win the football game.
Just along those lines with Jake and his slow start, what it, I guess, kind of speaks to him just continuing to battle when he's missing some throws.
That's his mental makeup. That's why he has a lot of respect by his teammates and he has respect to this coaching staff.
Will, was there ever a thought to put Skarnecki or somebody in when he was kind of sputtering in the first half? And then you came through obviously with a good third quarter, but was there ever a thought to put Skarnecki in?
Not really. We needed to settle down a little bit with some decision making and a couple balls here and there. But other than that, he put us in a situation to win the game. We need to play better around him.
Coach, you praised J.C. Horn during the week. How do you think he played today?
I thought he played well. He's played both corner and nickel for us, and I thought he's done a nice job for us.
Well, Brian made a couple really McClendon made a couple really good calls on the 2-point conversions and then on the flea flicker. Can you tell us what Brian McClendon's thinking was on those plays?
Well, going into the game, we felt like we needed number one, take some shots over the top where I thought were well-designed plays that we, just got to hit. You got to finish the play. Changes the whole complexion of the game if you finish those plays. But, again, I thought that the flea flicker was a good call. We felt like when we got in the high, fringe red zone that we were going to take the shot there on that play, which was well-designed, and Chavis Dawkins made a fantastic play. Jake was under duress, made a nice throw. And the 2-point plays, we both felt good about the look we were going to get, and we made a nice play.
Coach, on that last drive that they had, I think they had the ball for about like 5 minutes. What goes through your mind on a possession, on a series like that, knowing that they're just trying to run the clock out and you guys are obviously just desperate to get a stop?
Well, I mean, you got to get a stop. You have to rise up and win your gap and tackle and bring your feet on the tackle and not let him gain extra yards in the rush, and that's frustrating. But that's what you got to do in those situations.
Back to Josh in front.
Was time of possession a factor at the end?
I think we wore down a little bit, but we got to be able to stay on the field more offensively to be able to convert. We're third down wise, and United is not where we need to be, but to get into those situations that certainly would help us. But again, we got to rise up and make a play. It's a team game.
John.
Are you surprised that after 3 games this year, Georgia, Kentucky, and now that we're talking about wide receiver drop passes after that was supposed to be a strength coming into the year?
Very surprised.
Do you have anything that you can attribute this to?
No, I really can't.
Let's go to Ben in front.
I guess how tricky was it playing some mix and match in the secondary, like it seemed you kind of had to do at times? And what did you see from RJ kind of getting in there his first real
Well, RJ's a really talented guy, and he continues to get better. He practices the right way. He's really performed much better in practice the last couple of weeks, so he's earned the opportunity to play. And we need to get more production. We need to get bigger at the position. And he's someone that gives you that body that can continue to do that. So he'll continue to play a lot more.
Anything else for Coach? Keith in front.
Coach, you guys have been able to typically in these last few games score in the third quarter, keep the other guys from scoring. What's happening? Why have you had success in the third, but you haven't been able to consistently get it going early?
I don't know, Heath. I'll be honest with you. We've had to have a couple fast starts in games, and we need to do a much better job of doing that and getting on track. I think it was the second drive of the game. We drive down and have the interception in the end zone. So that was a well-constructed drive. I thought we hit some nice runs. We hit the counterplay back to the field several times, which was good. I thought defensively we hung in there in the first half, and then came out and played well in the second half, in the third quarter. So we need to get out of the gate faster. That's for sure something we'll look at in the off week.
What was the situation with Keyshawn that had him out for big chunks of the second half?
Well, again, we just we got to make more plays on the ball, and if we're not doing that, we got to make a change.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thanks.